I know what to do, I know what to do. I know what to do, I know what to do. Oh, it is all in you, it is all in you. 'Cause you know what to do, you know what to do. Oh.
¿Qué sopa familia? ¿Cómo va la vaina? It's your girl Kenny Ken from Guided Affirmations, bringing you, the collective, the monthly February themes for this para este mes de febrero. I don't know why I had to repeat that 2 times, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get right on into the breath work. And if you guys don't know, now you do. We do breath work here on this channel, and we're going to do 5 deep breaths today. So we're just going to inhale and allow for our bellies to fully expand, and on the exhale we're just going to release all of that air until there's no air anymore. And it's okay if you need to breathe out of your mouth or breathe out of your nose, or if your breath is getting a little stuck in your chest and not going all the way down to your belly. Just hold the intention, and that is, eventually you'll get there. Practice makes perfect, right? So voy a parar de hablar y vamos a comenzar. Vamos a inhalar, inhala y exhala. Inhala y exhala. 3 more breaths. Inhala y exhala. 2 more breaths. Inhala y exhala. Our very last breath. Inhala y exhala. All right, so I've already shuffled the deck. I've already shuffled it like 5 times already, maybe even more, but I'm just gonna take 2 off the top, and those will be our cards. So let's see, I pulled them out and now I pull them over. Wow. Okay. I'm it's giving synchronicity just with the cards. They both came up in reverse, which honestly I don't really take anything with that. But we have oneness with source. So we have oneness with source. Hopefully that is focusing so you can see that. Oneness with source. And then we also have enlightenment. Enlightenment. Honestly, off a rip. All right, before I say off rip, it says oneness with source at the bottom of this one, and then it says tour guide. So I feel like for a lot of people in February, there's going to be this kind of like call back home. You know what I mean? Like, and when I say home, I mean in this body, in this moment, in this time. I feel like a lot of times we move around so dissociated and we don't even realize we're just moving to move with no real intention or no real like grounding in earth or grounding within our own selves, right? So I feel like this month of February is going to kind of highlight those ways in which we're just moving automatically, and not really kind of like not really knowing where we're going in all reality. That's where I was gonna go with that. But not really knowing where we're going. I love this oneness with source and all the different colors, because I feel like in this so robotic idea of not really knowing where we're going, we're just moving and we're just moving. Like, it's almost like if you have a 9 to 5 and you just get up, go, come back home, eat, sleep, go to shower, go back to bed, wake up, do it all again for the next 5 days, and the weekend comes and you may do the same thing, just instead of your 9 to 5, now you're just chilling all day because you don't really have any time to do what you're doing. It's very automatic, it's very robotic, it's very much like almost like being controlled, right? But I say that to say that it's almost like something is sparking where you're realizing like, hey, actually, like, I want my energy the fuck back. Like, I want my energy. I want my peace. I want my like time for myself. I want to be able to get up and choose instead of getting up and moving. You know what I mean? And it's this idea of really kind of like mixing fire and I want to say air, right? So this idea of passion, but also this idea of communication and this idea of thought process, right? And like knowing how to merge them into one in order to like really breed in this sense of awakening. And I use that term very loosely because it's like not that you're awakening to like this big like community of I'm going to use spirituality in quotes because I've realized we all have different meanings for that word. But it's really like awakening to perfect segue. It's really awakening to this idea that everything is spiritual, you know what I mean? And that's why I said the quotes, because life is a mesh of all things, right? It's not just work, work, work. It's not just passion, passion, passion. It's not just like health, health, health. It's like everything in this realm. Even the unseen is a part of our lives, and that's why I say everything is spiritual. So it's this idea of really combining all of the separate compartments we may have made in our lives, right? And really just bringing that into ourselves and just understanding how we can move through things. I'm thinking of one of my favorite yogis and friend, like Ed, tweeted, and he was like, every day should be a ritual, or everything should be a ritual, and kind of getting into that aspect of it. Like, you know, you're moving with a force behind what it is that you're doing and what it is that you're bringing forth. And it's like, maybe for some, like, there's going to be this jolt or this awakening, like I said, through others, you know, with this idea of tour guides. There's a bunch of dolphins here. Even though this person is sitting by themselves, I feel like somebody might catapult like this, or like highlight it in your awareness, so you may not even realize, you know, it might be a subtle change that you're like, well, actually, like, I don't really want to do this anymore, or be in this way anymore, operate in this way anymore. Like, whoever it is that may like share a little bit of their love, or share a little bit of their like their light, so to speak, or their way of living with you, like, it's gonna open up a new realm for you, you know. And like, there's a lot of moons here too, so it's like, yeah, it's definitely something about phases. And like, maybe you've been like maybe you've already been kind of like wanting to be in this like oneness with source, right? Or in this enlightenment type of phase, or in this space where you're wanting to really just stick to something, or really just find more meaning in life, right? Maybe you've already been in these phases, like, because it's like different phases of the moon here. So it's like, maybe you've been waning for a while, and now you're ready to wax, and you're really ready to get into this new moon like type of vibe, where like I'm lying. Yes, and now you're ready to get into this full moon type of vibe, where it's like, yes, let me actually do these actions. Let me actually do these actions. Let me actually do these actions. Let me put forward in this. I wonder too, for some, if like the full moon is when some of this may come as a realization, for some sorts. Wow, I believe the full moon is in Scorpio. So all of this transformation and all of this like sense of awakening, one more time, I'm going to use that word so loosely because it may not literally be awakening to a quote unquote spiritual sense, but just awakening to the fact that, hey, I don't want to live life like this anymore. You know what I mean? And para mi gente, for my black folks, my black people, I feel like that's so beautiful in this month of February, because at the end of the day, like, this world is ours, yo. This world is ours. And what beautiful way to celebrate our month, even though every day is our day and every month is our month. But nationally, nationally, it's recognized in this month. And what a beautiful way to commemorate our ancestors and to commemorate our lineages by awakening and choosing ourselves and choosing our birthright and choosing the way that we want to live, like, for ourselves in this month, right? So I think that's beautiful. And just really quick, I wanted to I can't make it up. Sacredness with a big full moon up here. Like, I just want to look at the bottom of the deck, and I see why. I'm telling you, this full moon is really about to be potent. Wow, it says the light worker. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys are really going to kind of just like, you may not be the light worker, but this idea of people around you that you carry, you may not even know like their way of life or anything, but you may be attracted to them, and you may be attracted to like their souls or whatever, and something in that attraction is going to like jump you, you know what I mean? Not like jump you type vibe, like Duffy does jump, but like jump you in like jump start, like you jump start your car. It's gonna like reboot your entire system that we call body mind. And like, yeah, if I could end on any note, is in science they relate the brain to a computer, but you know you're not a machine. You know you're not a machine, right? So it's like a reboot, it's like a restart, it's a reprogram. That's why people say program a lot, because we associate the brain and being human with a robotic nature as per science. But ask yourself if you're a robot, because I don't think I'm a robot. So yeah, that's what I would have to say for that. It's definitely a restart. It's a restart. It's a re-jump, and it's honestly for the better. So hold yourself tight. Big hug. Oh, insert name, your name, and say I love you for who you are and what you give to me. You know what I mean? Because you're in for a ride, and sometimes we need a little bit of loving during those moments. But I'm now gonna stop talking, and we're gonna close out. We're gonna do 3 breaths, and let's inhale. Let's exhale. 2 more breaths. Let's inhale. And let's exhale. Very last breath. Let's inhale. And let's exhale. Thank you so much for rocking with me throughout this entire video. Honestly, last month we were meant to get back into the 2 themes, and my brain was a little haywire, so that didn't happen. But this month we're definitely getting back into these 2 themes of oneness and enlightenment, which are kind of like the same theme. So this makes it a little bit like easier. It could just be a thing of steps, right? A thing of steps, and we'll see when the video gets here what we're gonna do. The element of sorpresa. Lo quiero. What do I want to do with it? Sobrevivir. No, that means to keep alive. Yeah, I don't know if I used the right term, but that's the essence of the message that I wanted to say. I want to keep the element of surprise alive. So I'm sending you mad love. I'm sending you big up hugs, and I'm sending you all of the sweet honey that you need for the rest of this month of February. Ciao.